Hey there guys, it's Rick Usler here with Airgunweb, your home for old school airgun reviews, and where we tell you the facts, not fluff. It is a beautiful day here, a beautiful day in West Texas. We got a little bit of wind, but I say that like every time, right? But it happens to be the case. But today, it doesn't really matter, at least I don't think it's gonna matter, because we're shooting the Gauntlet. This is the Gauntlet 2 30 cal. This gun's pushing 100 foot-pounds. Now, when you're pushing that much energy, wind becomes less of a problem. We're not like 15, 16 foot-pounds in a 177 or a 22. We're 100 foot-pounds in a 30 cal, and we're gonna be shooting some different stuff today. So we'll shoot the regular pellets, JSB 4475s. We're gonna shoot the Hades, which are also 4475s. We're also gonna shoot the Heavies, which are 50 and some change. So we're gonna see what this gun can do with pellets. If you guys wanna see what this can do with some slugs, we got that video, which will be coming out, well, be coming out soon enough. Now, I've already shot this a little bit and done a little bit of an intro with this gun. No secret, I absolutely love this gun. Just so you guys know up front, this video is brought to you by PyramydAir, as you guys can see. But also, Umarex is a sponsor, Hawke is a sponsor, JSB is a sponsor. So I got a lot of people here in the loop that are bringing this and making this happen. So just want to, let you guys know. So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to take a look at DB numbers, and we are going to take a look at trigger pull. Now, also, because I've had this for a while, I have done some stuff. I've cleaned the barrel already, and I have done some work on the trigger. So stock trigger had a lot of second stage creep. I cannot stand that in a trigger. I've taken all that out and really got it down to where it's a much nicer trigger pull for me. You can do that. It is a little different than the original Gauntlet. I was unable, and I didn't want to force it. I was unable to remove the bottle, and I think there's some legalities going on about removable bottles these days. I might be off base on that, but I believe that there's some stuff going on with that. So I wasn't able to get the bottle out, and I didn't want to force it. So when I was trying to actually work the trigger, before you could take the whole gun out of the stock, super easy. But I actually had to work on the trigger sort of. It wasn't as convenient, let me just put it that way. But I was able to take the plate off, and it's very easy to make those adjustments, and you can see exactly where your sear engagement is, where your pull through is. All of that stuff's really easy to adjust if you want to get in there and do it. Maybe one day in the grapevine by we'll do a video on that, but I bet you there's been a bunch of people that have already done it. Probably check out Hajimoto's stuff. I know he's done a bunch of stuff with the Gauntlet, same trigger system. Today I'm running a Sidewinder Scope. This is a 6-24, I believe, I think, now that I'm asking myself, and I don't remember. I don't know if this is first focal plane. I don't think it is, actually. It is not. Okay, so second focal plane. When I'm shooting targets, I really like a second focal plane scope. If I'm going to go out hunting, I want first focal plane. Today we're shooting paper, so this is ideal. I love the Sidewinder line of scopes. They're pricey, but this gun deserves really good glass. Really quickly about, it's not like I've talked to Umarex, say, what was your philosophy in building the 30 cal? But I'm gonna make a guess, okay? So there's definitely a place where you want finesse, like 177, 22, even 25. And what I mean by finesse is you maybe want to play with the regulator, or you want to play with the hammer spring. You want to kind of tune it. Well, in 30 cal, you're going to shoot pellets or slugs. And either way, you kind of want to push a lot of power. So there's really not a lot of finesse involved. You're just going to turn the thing up to 11 and go shoot it. That's what they've done with this gun. I love that because this is a balls out hunting gun. That's all it's designed to do. Well, I mean, you could target shoot as well, but it's really a hunting rifle. This thing's all about a lot of energy at range with high velocity, taking game. That's what this gun was designed to do. And I would really like to go do that with this gun. Maybe hunt some coyotes with it. I think this is a beautiful, like Predator gun, just awesome that way. It's fed by a 4,500 PSI bottle. Now they went with a big bottle, but 4,500 PSI. So when you're filling this, if you've got a carbon fiber or one of these other bottles, if you're gonna get the max number of shots, you need 4,500 PSI. So you're gonna have to have some sort of compressor or booster to get this to full every time. I have a compressor in the shop. I just hook it up to one of the big cage compressors, set it to 4,500 and let it fill it. Now, if I was in the field, I'd take either my little battery compressor or like PyramydAir has a Nomad 2, You can take a little portable compressor. Heck, Umarex has the Ready Air. All of those things will go like 12 volt to your car, where you can take this in the field and get the 4500. The point I'm trying to make here, bottles aren't going to get you there. You can have a bottle to get you like most of the way, but then you're going to need something, some sort of compressor, some sort of portable compressor. Again, Ready Air is a good option. Nomad 2 is a good option. There's a bunch of different options on the market that really work well that are going to get you that 4500. If you want the most out of your gun, you're going to need to get it to 4500 to top it off, and it's just the nature of the beast. So before we get to targets, I know you guys want to see how it shoots, what kind of power. We're going to get to that. I've got my FX Chronograph here, so we're going to be getting crony numbers. And for all of those that get sort of hinky about me putting on the barrel, notice it's on the bottle, so you guys don't have yourself a little conniption there. Today we're going to start with trigger pull, then we'll do DB, then we'll do some shooting. So let's go ahead and get some trigger pull numbers. I've got a magazine here. Other features they got with the Gauntlet 2 in general, it's easier to cock than the original Gauntlet, which is nice. I have a big fat bolt on it, which gives you more grip, and I think that's really nice too. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to aim this not at my target. We're going to put it back to the back bank there. Down a little bit. All right. Okay, this thing also has a bark. We're going to get to that with the DB numbers. I was so tickled when I first pulled the trigger on this because, I mean, it's actually, now some people may not like this, but to me, it really sounds like a firearm to me, which I love that. If you want to do something about the noise, you certainly can. It's 1/2 UNF at the front there. All right, let's get some trigger pull numbers here. So I'm gonna pull this back. Okay, so I've got this set to 1 pound, 5.7 ounces. Okay, let's get another shot just so that we're consistent. Okay, 1 pound, 8.7 ounces. So sub 2 pounds, I think that's pretty good. Really nice trigger once you've adjusted the second stage creep out of it. Okay, before we get too much further, let's go ahead and get some DB numbers. I've got an assistant that's going to go over there and start the meter and get some pictures for us so we can incorporate that into the video. It's got a bit of a bark. I'm not saying you're going to need ear protection, but maybe you will want to use ear protection. That's going to be up to you. It's going to be well over 100 dB, just to let you know right up front. Now, I measure this with a dB meter. It's about 5 feet, if that, sort of cattywampus to the muzzle, so I want to catch mechanical noise and shot noise. I'm not going to go measure at distance. I'm just measuring here at the muzzle. I'm sure we can get, there's probably some other folks that have measured at range, but I'm measuring right here at the muzzle. All right, go ahead and cock it. Okay.
116.1.
Yeah, so we got 116.1. As I said, that's a lot. We'll take another shot just to get a point of reference here. Okay. 115.8. That's very, very close. So not a lot of change there. It's loud, guys. The noise is very much in front of you, however, so sitting back here, I would not have any problem shooting this for an extended period of time. However, if you're sensitive, and my ears aren't great because of lots of loud guitar playing in my ears, you might want to use ear protection. I'll leave that up to you guys. Or if you want to make it quieter, you certainly can. Again, it's 1/2 UNF threaded there at the muzzle. So let's go ahead and get the chronograph set up. We're going to get the target cam started, and we're going to just start doing some shooting. Okay, guys, so as far as shot count goes, you're going to get about 2, maybe 3 mags. We get, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots. So 3 mags I think is probably about right. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to fall off the reg while we're shooting. I'm going to shoot 2 mags. I'll go top off, and then we'll do the 3rd mag. Again, today for pellets, we're starting off with the 44.75s, then the 44.75 Hades, and then we'll end up with the heavies, the 50.15. We'll be able to, see consistency across those mags, and then we'll also be able to see what kind of energy we're getting. Now I know that with the lighter pellets, it'll dip a little below 100, But when you're running heavier stuff, especially when you go to slugs, and again, we'll do a video on that probably pretty soon, you're going to be well over 100 foot-pounds. Okay, so I am right now just shooting at a ridiculously close 25 yards, and then we're going to take whichever pellet shoots the best. At 25, we're going to take it to 50 and shoot at 50. So the reason I'm shooting at 25 is just I want to get a good sense of how each of these is going to do up close before I start stretching it out and burning ammo unnecessarily, because ammo is expensive. Okay, so I'm going to shoot top right target. We're going to just run that, gosh, could I do? No, we're just going to start with the top right. We'll just work our way down. All right, so, okay, so one of the things I love about Hawke optics, specifically the Sidewinder line, is that oftentimes when you have a high magnification scope, like a 24 or 32 or whatever, you get at the very end and it's really hard to see through it. The Hawke glass in the Sidewinder is really, really good. So even though I'm all the way in at 24 power, it's not fatiguing to try and look through the scope, which I think is awesome. It's a little close for 25 yards though. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put a full mag in that top right bowl. Maybe I should put the magazine in and close the bolt. Okay, so that's usually helpful. Pro tip here. Put the mag in, close the bolt. It's going to work better. All right, here we go. Yeah, those pro tips are very important. I'll try and bring more to you as we go along. Also, you can't take yourself too seriously.
1,023.
It's 104 foot-pounds. It's got quite the bark. It kind of scared me a little bit. Here we go.
1,021.
Okay, because we're on the edge of the Chrony as far as what the FX will measure, we may not get all of our shots. Sorry about that. It's like tops out around 1,000, so we're over 1,000. It may not get them all. But you guys are getting the idea for sure. All right, we're out. Okay, so this gun just puts a huge smile on my face, guys. It's got a little bit of kick because it's pushing, it's pushing hard. I mean, we're sitting here at 103 foot-pounds. We start off with 104. We're at 103.1. Our deviation is not much. Our spread is 7. Our standard deviation is 2.5. All right, now again, this gun is built to shoot and kill stuff, and it's not meant for you know, finesse, prissy little shooting. It's a grip it and rip it man's gun. No offense, Angie, I don't mean that in a bad way. Angie's really the hunter amongst us, but anyway, it is a grip it and rip it all-out gun. I love that. I don't really mind that it's a little loud. For me, I think that a little adds to it. Me personally, of course, where I'm at, it doesn't really matter. Even if you moderated this, I don't think you would want to shoot this in your backyard anyway, so, you know, kind of take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, the thing puts a huge smile on my face. I'm going to go the 4475s. I'm going to keep this Chrony running because they're the same weight. So, I mean, there might be a little variance because the pellets are different, so we'll see how they do. But they're 4475. So if you're going to hunt with those, it should give you an idea of what kind of energy you're going to be getting. And after this, I'll go top this off, and then we'll shoot the heavies, and then we'll march out to 50 yards, see what we get there. All right, we're gonna move right down a little bit. By the way, I think that's a pretty nice hole down there. I like it. Okay, here we go. Gosh, that breeze is nice.
1018.
Yeah, it didn't seem to matter there. Trying to stabilize the rest because it actually kicks a little bit and wants to slide on this table. That's much better.
1014.
That's absolutely beautiful. Man, gosh, the Hades shot well. You know, that's like basically, I had one that was a little bit left and lower of the main group. But son of a gun, that's like all of them going through one hole. So what I have for pressure. All right, I'm sitting right at 3,000 PSI. It says I should be able to get another group. I am gonna just go for it here. I hope I don't short us here. So I'm going to take a look real quick here. Oh, my nose itches. That's 2 mags, a spread of 9, standard deviation of 2.7, and everything's over 100 foot-pounds. We started at 104. We're at 102.1 that last shot, but the one before it was 102.6. I mean, that's a lot of energy, guys, on a, yeah, I haven't even talked about the price point. It's super affordable air gun. All right, so let's switch off here, and I'm going to change this. Actually, I need to save this. Oh, there we go, save. Yep. Okay, settings. All right, so we're going to switch over to 50.15. Is that right? Okay. And if you notice, this thing going over 1,000 foot per second, right? And the general convention is you don't want to shoot pellets that fast because they'll be unstable. Probably as you get out at 25 yards, yeah, it really is not going to matter because it's going so daggum fast. But as you go out and that skirt begins to really bleed off, the ballistic coefficient is not great with pellets. It's actually terrible. So it drops velocity to energy very quickly. But with this much power on tap, this thing is ideal for shooting slugs. And I'm going to keep teasing that because we're going to be doing a video on slugs here soon. So stay tuned for that. All right. So let's go back to here. We'll hit a new string. For those, I had somebody recently ask me what I'm using on my phone to give the chrony numbers. I use 2 different chronies. I use the FX chrony, and I use that when I'm shooting targets and I'm changing targets because I don't have to have like the chronograph in this super specific place and shoot over it in a super specific way, etc. It's just very easy for me to set it up, and the FX I can just set up, shoot whatever I'm shooting, I should get a reading, which is awesome. The other chrony I use is the Pro Chrono Digital Deluxe. Also, it's got a great phone app. I actually really like the way that produces reports. If I'm doing work for a customer that wants a gun set up and they want a chrony sheet, that makes really nice reports. So I use that. So those are the 2 devices I use. The devices work with the app on the phone. So FX has their own app. Pro Chrono Digital has their app. Caldwell also has a chronograph that has, you know, special features and with an app and everything. So, but the 2 I use are the Pro Chrono Digital, available at PyramydAir, and also the FX chronograph, also available at PyramydAir. So 2 really good options. So if you want to have this type of experience where you're hearing it, you're seeing it real time, yeah, those devices are really good. All right, so we're going to go down one bull. Okay, gotta remember to put the bolt back. Jeez, oh, we didn't get it. Dadgummit. Boy, that sounded like serious too. It was awesome. Okay.
965.
Like 103 foot-pounds. So the energy really hasn't changed, although we've slowed down.
984. 986. 984. 981. 1,000.
Okay, it started to pull to the side there a little bit. They started to wander on me. What a bummer. All right. That last shot was 111 foot-pounds. So that had a bit of a spread. The first shot was 965 and the last shot was 1,000. Not nearly as consistent as the lighter ones and not nearly as consistent group-wise either. So I think we are going to shoot at 50 yards. Since this is a hunting rifle, we're going to shoot the Hades. But before I do that, I got to go top this off. Guys, we're going to take a pause here, reset the cameras. I'm going to go fill the gun. We'll be back up to shoot 50 yards and wrap up this video. Be right back. All right, so we are set up at 50 yards, and we're going to shoot the Hades. They shot really well at 25, which, I mean, they all shot pretty good, although the Heavies, I think, kind of started to wander a bit. That could have just been me, but maybe not. So we're going to switch back over to 44.75s now on our Chrony. We'll get some numbers. We're going to shoot a full mag at 50, and then I'm going to try and shoot at 100 yards because I know you guys want to know that. I mean, right, we're shooting 50 yards. It's sort of a cakewalk for this gun. Let's see what it can do. Let's see what it can do when we stretch it. So we're going to do that. We're going to put our pellet weight in here. 44.75, is that right? Yeah. Okay. Go back to here. We'll clear it. All right. All right, so we may miss some shots because, again, we're pushing past the limits of this particular chronograph, but we'll get enough. The other thing I'm going to do, because I just filled it, I have on occasions needed to just sort of clear the reg, clear the plenum kind of a deal. So I don't want to mess up our, it's got bark, man. Okay, bouncing off the bank back there. That's impressive. All right, sometimes I just want to clear the reg, clear the plenum, so we start with a good fresh, I know we're going to get a good charge here. All right, so I'm at 50 yards. I'm going to just take a sighter. I don't know if I'm going to be low or high, and then I may adjust the scope or may just use mil dots. I don't know yet. Okay. All right, here we go. First shot, center bowl. Whoa, way low right. So we're going to come up. To the left. All right, take another shot here. Okay, we're not picking up. Let me make sure. Let's connect. That's going to be useful. Okay. All right, here we go.
1,018.
I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and top her off, and then we'll shoot for accuracy. I need to do something about this slipping and sliding on my table here. I've got some things in the works that hopefully will give us some better options here and more stability. We'll see how it goes. All right, top target.
1021.
I pulled that a little bit. I felt it. There it is.
1016.
That first shot, I felt myself pull it. The second shot was right on it. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Wow. 1016.
Yep.
1018.
Spreading out a little bit. I don't know if it's me or the gun that wants to kick to the left a little bit, but boy, it seems to want to. Okay. All right. I am going to switch over to the regular pellets and see if there's a difference. It's still 4475. Let's see. We'll just keep the Chrony running.
1018.
To the left. Okay, so here's what's happening. I'm like on the center, but after the follow through, the shot, my crosshairs are right where the pellet's hitting. So there's something going on with my control of the gun and the follow through that's causing it to shift position. So that's a technique issue on my part, but I wanted to let you guys know I'm watching this happen. So I don't know if this little sliding around is giving me a fit, but that's what's going on here. Let me see if I can close this out and do better. Really just need to try and get locked in.
1021.
They're all hitting right there now. I could bring that back with the scope.
1016. 1014.
We done? Oh, one more.
1014.
Okay, so very good group with the pellets. Better, way better than with the Hades. That's probably 3/4 of an inch. I'd have to like measure it, but maybe less than that. You know, now I want to shoot the heavies. Dadgummit. But there's something going on with my technique here that I need to work on. The gun's shifting a little bit, and my follow through isn't what it needs to be. So I need to spend some time working that out. All right. I'm going to take a shot and see what the difference is. Let me save this. Just for giggles, if you guys want to know, spread was 7. Standard deviation 2.4. I mean, that is super consistent. It's crazy good consistency. I'm going to save that. Okay, new string. And we will change our pellet weight. Okay. All right. So we're into the heavies. I have cocked and shut the bolt. Wow. Pretty awesome. That's the... I'm going to go top left. Let's see where the first shot lands.
988.
I'll take it. I'm not going to change anything. I really want to figure out how to hold this where she's just locked in and doesn't move on me.
984.
I don't know where that went other than way far left. That might have gone like way left.
984. 900.
Oh yeah.
86.
It's like going way left, like off the paper left. That's really bizarro. Now I don't see the same thing happening where I'm pulling it or pushing it, whatever that would be. Not like before, but that's way off to the left.
981.
Yep. Y'all can see that it's just not consistent with the heavy ones.
900.
Now that one, it definitely kicked over on me. Oh man. All right, let's try something. Did that go way to the right? Yep. No, so the heavies just aren't going to get it done at all. Yeah, they're just everywhere, aren't they? Yep, that was it. Yeah, the heavies are not going to be a good fit. I think if we're going to try and shoot for 100, we're going to go with the 44.75s. I have enough gas in the tank. No, I don't. We're going to go top off. We're going to go top this off, and then we're going to shoot at 100 yards. So stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap this up. I've got a target at 100 yards. Now, what I'm shooting there is a quadrant target. We use this at for Airgun Expo. If you guys want to check it out, just theairgunexpo.com. Super awesome week of filming. We're planning one for 2022, so stay tuned for that. But this little quadrant target, it's a 4-inch target. It's got a 1-inch bull in the center, and I love using this for 100-yard shooting. One, I don't have to run paper down there all the time. Two, it gives you feedback on where you're hitting. So if you keep it if you hit the target all the time, well, you know you're going to keep a 4-inch group, right? If you can hit the center every time, then you're shooting under an inch at 100 yards. And when I say under an inch, if it's an inch and you're not moving the other targets, you're drilling at center, dude, you're shooting sub MOA at 100 yards. So very, very cool. I love that target for this. And it makes this 100-yard stuff really, really easy. Now, I don't know what my holdover is going to be, so the first thing I'm going to do is take a couple shots just to get sort of close. And then once I sort of have it dialed in, I'll either adjust the scope or I'll use my mil dots. So let's go ahead and take a shot at it. I think I know where I'm going to be. And that's my camera. I'm not going to shoot that. That would suck. All right, so I'm going to go... all right, we are at what power? We're at 24. Again, because this is second focal plane, the distance between your mil dots changes based on your magnification. So I'm going to go 3 mils high and just see. Okay, low left, that's going to be 4 mils and way left. Okay, let me try this. I'm going to use the mil dots in the tree and the scope. There it is. So I clipped the center and the bottom left paddle. I can see where I hit it, just a fraction low. I'm going to go for the same hold.
1018.
I hit the same spot. You can see it on the paddle. Low right. It was very close though. You can see impact on the metal.
981.
Okay, so if we were hunting at 100 yards, it's dead. Oh, drilled it. No! Well, we knocked it over. I think you guys get the idea. Yeah, we're a 100-yard gun all day long, guys. That's probably maybe touch more than an inch. looking at the impacts through the scope on the metal. Anyway, I think that's good enough. I'm not going to walk down there and reset the target, but you guys get the idea. Super nice gun. This is the Gauntlet 2 30 caliber, brought to you by Umarex USA. This video has been brought to you by PyramydAir. So if you like anything you see here, except maybe the rest, I don't think they sell that, but they got the Chrony, they got the scope, they got the gun, they got the pellets. Check them out, PyramydAir.com. Guys, that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Stay tuned. We're going to be shooting some slugs with this pretty doggone soon, so definitely stay tuned for that. My name is Rick Utzer here with Airgunweb, your home for old school airgun reviews, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.